Jodi Arias, once an aspiring artist and photographer, now spends her days behind bars in Arizona, her name forever linked to a brutal crime. Her journey from a hopeful young woman to a convicted murderer is a tale that has captivated and horrified the public in equal measure. From her prison cell she creates art, paintings and drawings that sell for thousands, a chilling paradox considering her violent past. Her artwork, often depicting serene landscapes and peaceful scenes, stands in stark contrast to the violent act that landed her in prison. The same hands that committed murder now craft images people display in their homes, a disturbing intersection of beauty and horror. Each piece she creates is a reminder of the duality of her existence, an artist and a criminal. This contradiction is at the heart of the Jodi Arias story, creation and destruction, obsession and charm. Her life is a complex tapestry, woven with threads of talent and terror. Before her crime, she was seen as vivacious and talented, masking a darker reality beneath the surface. Friends and acquaintances were often charmed by her outgoing personality, unaware of the turmoil that lay beneath. Her art sales fund her legal battles, a cycle where public fascination with her crime fuels her fight against its consequences. The money she earns from her art is used to pay for appeals and legal fees, perpetuating her presence in the public eye. The story endures because it challenges our understanding of human nature and the masks people wear. It forces us to confront the unsettling reality that those who seem most ordinary can harbor the darkest secrets. Jodi Arias is not a simple villain. Her life is a study in extremes. She embodies the conflict between light and dark, good and evil, making her story both compelling and disturbing. To understand the crime, we must look back to the beginning. A romance that spiraled into obsession and tragedy. The relationship that started with promise and passion ultimately led to a deadly conclusion. It all started with a chance meeting, a spark that would ignite a deadly fire. This initial encounter set the stage for a series of events that would end in heartbreak and horror. Jodi Arias and Travis Alexander met at a business conference in 2006, both drawn to the world of personal development and success. Their first encounter was electric, setting the stage for a relationship that would soon become the talk of their social circles. They quickly formed an intense connection, sharing dreams, ambitions, and late-night conversations that made them feel inseparable. Travis, a charismatic Mormon motivational speaker, was admired by many for his charm and drive. Jodi, a beautiful and talented photographer, seemed to complement him perfectly. Together, they appeared to be a power couple destined for happiness, but beneath the surface, their romance was passionate, yet fraught with conflict, clashing with Travis's deep religious beliefs and Jodi's longing for acceptance and love. In an effort to win Travis's heart, Jodi converted to Mormonism and moved to Arizona to be closer to him. However, jealousy and possessiveness soon surfaced, straining their relationship. Friends began to notice Jodi's increasingly erratic behavior, stalking Travis, hacking into his social media, and making unannounced visits to his home, all signs of a growing obsession. Though their official relationship ended after just 5 months, their toxic entanglement dragged on for nearly 2 years, with both unable to fully let go. Travis tried to move on, even planning a trip with another woman, a decision prosecutors would later call the final trigger that set off a tragic chain of events. Their story is a cautionary tale of love turned obsession, where passion, jealousy, and heartbreak became a destructive force that neither could escape. The final chapter of their relationship would be written not in love, but in violence, leaving a community in shock. In a quiet Mesa home, one life would end, and another would be forever changed by the choices made in the shadows of obsession. The seeds of tragedy were sown long before the crime itself, a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous storms begin with a spark of passion. On June 9, 2008, friends found Travis Alexander dead in his Mesa, Arizona home. The scene was horrific. Travis had been stabbed 27 times, his throat slit and shot in the head. The brutality pointed to a crime of intense personal rage. Investigators quickly found a crucial clue: Travis's damaged digital camera in the washing machine. Forensic experts recovered photos showing Jodi and Travis together just hours before his death. Even more chilling, the camera accidentally captured images of Travis bleeding on the bathroom floor. The evidence placed Jodi Arias at the scene, transforming her from grieving ex to prime suspect. Her initial denials unraveled as the investigation progressed. The camera's timeline left little doubt. She was there during his final moments. The question was no longer who, but why. The stage was set for a trial that would grip the nation. The truth behind the violence was about to be revealed. In the days after Travis's death, Jodi Arias played the role of heartbroken friend, denying any involvement. When evidence placed her at the scene, her story shifted. She claimed masked intruders killed Travis while she escaped. This tale unraveled under scrutiny, but she clung to it for years. As trial approached, Jodi changed her story again, finally admitting she killed Travis, but now claimed it was self-defense. She painted Travis as an abuser, alleging she acted in fear for her life. This dramatic shift became the cornerstone of her defense. The jury now faced a choice: believe her latest story or see it as another calculated lie. Jodi's evolving narratives revealed a pattern of manipulation. Each version was crafted to fit the mounting evidence. The trial would test which Jodi Arias the world would believe. The truth, however, remained elusive. Jodi Arias' trial began in January 2013, quickly becoming a national spectacle. Millions tuned in as the prosecution, led by Juan Martinez, argued Jodi was a jealous, obsessive killer. Evidence showed she planned the murder, damning photos, gas cans, and testimony about her stalking behavior. The defense countered with claims of self-defense, portraying Travis as abusive. Jodi took the stand for 18 days, detailing alleged abuse and the final confrontation. The trial became a battle of character, with both sides exposing intimate, ugly details. Martinez relentlessly attacked Jodi's credibility, highlighting her shifting stories. The defense painted Travis in a negative light, using explicit messages and journals. The courtroom drama blurred the line between justice and entertainment. Every moment was dissected by a captivated public. The trial was less about facts, more about which narrative would prevail. The nation waited for a verdict. On May 8, 2013, the jury found Jodi Arias guilty of first-degree murder. Relief swept through Travis's family. Jodi remained stoic. The penalty phase began with emotional pleas from Travis's siblings for the death penalty. Jodi, in a defiant interview, said she preferred death over life in prison. The jury deadlocked on sentencing, forcing a mistrial. A second jury also failed to agree, removing the death penalty from consideration. The final decision fell to the judge. In April 2015, Jodi Arias was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The legal saga had finally ended, but the story's impact lingered. Justice was served, but closure remained elusive for many. The case had left a permanent mark on all involved. Jodi Arias now lives in the Arizona State Prison Complex, Perryville, far from the media spotlight. Her days are structured and monotonous, a stark contrast to her former life. Despite overwhelming evidence, she maintains her innocence, blaming media bias and a corrupt prosecutor. Multiple appeals have failed. Her conviction and sentence were upheld in 2020. She funds her ongoing legal battles through art sales and donations. In prison, she's described as charming yet manipulative, forming intense relationships that often sour. A former inmate who managed her Twitter account eventually cut ties, calling Jodi self-serving. Her prison record is mostly clean, with only minor infractions. Now she quietly focuses on art and appeals, a permanent resident of the penal system. Jodi Arias will likely spend the rest of her life behind bars, defined by her crime. One of the strangest aspects of Jodi Arias' story is her success as a prison artist. Her drawings and paintings, sold online by supporters, fetch thousands from collectors and curiosity seekers. The art's value is tied to her infamy, a grim form of celebrity memorabilia. Arizona law allows her to profit, as her art doesn't directly depict the crime. Her website claims a portion goes to charity, but critics see it as a PR move. The business funds her appeals and gives her a public platform. Through art, she crafts a new image, creative, misunderstood, not a killer. The public's fascination ensures her continued relevance. For some, the art is a novelty. For others, a disturbing reminder of tragedy. The commerce endures, fueled by the crime's dark legacy. More than a decade later, the Jodi Arias case still captivates and disturbs. refusing to loosen its grip on the public imagination. The story has become a touchstone for true crime enthusiasts and a cautionary tale for many. It's dissected in documentaries, podcasts and movies, its staying power rooted in the enigma of Jodi herself. Each new retelling brings fresh theories and heated discussions as audiences try to unravel the mystery at its core. Was she a cold-blooded killer or a woman pushed to the edge? The debate continues, sparking arguments among friends, families, and even strangers online. The case has become a mirror for society's own questions about justice and motive. The trial was a landmark in the age of social media, turning the public into a virtual jury. Tweets, posts, and live streams made the proceedings accessible to millions, blurring the line between news and entertainment. Jodi maintains her presence from prison, using art and social media to control her narrative. Her drawings and messages reach supporters and critics alike, keeping her story alive in unexpected ways. For Travis Alexander's family, the fascination is a source of pain, their loss overshadowed by her notoriety. Every headline and documentary reopens old wounds, making healing even harder. The story is a permanent tragedy for them, not entertainment. Their grief is a stark reminder of the real human cost behind the headlines. Jodi Arias' tale is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can hide behind a charming smile, and how appearances can be deceiving. It's a cautionary tale of obsession, deception, and violence, a story that warns of the dangers lurking beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary lives. The justice system found her guilty, but the story refuses to fade. The verdict brought closure for some, but for others, questions still linger. The final truth may never be known, but the fascination endures, ensuring that the legacy of this case will haunt the public consciousness for years to come.